Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. This is Leena, and I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you so much for all the support so far, and I'm really grateful for all the beautiful comments. Um, Today, the topic is signs that indicate you have shifted into a new reality. I have already made part 1 on this. In case you're interested, I'm putting the link in the description box. You can go ahead and check that video as well. This is part 2 on the same topic. So, signs that you have shifted into a new reality, starting with number one. Um, you suddenly discover a particular singer, a particular artist, a particular type of music. It's like you were never drawn to such kind of lyrics, you were never drawn to such kind of music, tone, anything similar on those lines. It's like suddenly you are so drawn to a particular artist, a musician, certain types of lyrics, certain type of music, or a particular language. Okay, in fact, for that matter, this is a very clear sign you have shifted your reality because even though it happens, sometimes you might have noticed you discover a particular singer who might have been singing for such a long time. Okay, and that singer is actually like maybe global as well. Okay, they sing at a global level, they are a famous one, but you never came across them, you never heard their songs. But suddenly it's like you listen to the songs and you're like, damn, where was this guy all this time? Where was this lady all this time? And you suddenly are so drawn to listening to their songs, to their lyrics, to that kind of music. It's a very clear indication you have shifted into a new reality. Another sign that your reality has shifted is you suddenly start getting references of a particular author's work, a particular philosopher's works. Sometimes it happens you start seeing a lot of book recommendations of a particular author or a particular type of theory, a particular type of like knowledge. You suddenly start getting a lot of videos on a particular type of like thought process, like a particular type of, say for example, you suddenly start getting a lot of references about the Kabbalion, the book, or you suddenly start getting a lot of reference about books written by Swami Vivekananda. I'm just giving an example. Like for some reason you start getting a lot of references of either authors or written works in a particular genre, a particular topic. Okay, this is also one of the signs your reality has shifted, and in a way the universe is giving you indication that maybe you should actually consider reading those works so that you can easily navigate through certain signs that you're seeing in your reality. It will help you to unfold, like decode those signs when you read those books, or maybe when you listen to the work of that kind of an author. It's like the moment you need the decoding of certain signs, universe sends you those little hints that maybe you can read the book of this particular author, maybe you can refer to this particular written work, and things like that. Another sign that you have shifted into a new reality is you suddenly start getting a lot of compliments from people regarding your physical features, some of your physical attributes. Like suddenly people are like, wow, you have got a really nice voice. Suddenly people are like, wow, your hands are so beautiful. And you're like, dude, I never got a compliment on my hands. That never happened to me. And most of the times it will feel like I never noticed this about myself. Like someone will randomly compliment you like, um, you have got nice ears, like literally ears. And you'll be like, dude, I never noticed that. And it's like a couple of times people will compliment you like, you actually sound so nice, you have got a nice voice. I'm not talking about something evident you always knew. It's going to be something like maybe even you didn't notice about yourself. Maybe it's like maybe even you don't pay a lot of attention to that thing, and suddenly people are noticing that about you. Like for me, I have noticed suddenly I discover a new mole on my body. I'm sharing something personal. Like, I mean, suddenly it's like this mole was never there on my body. How did it appear? And even it happens, people start complimenting me on that. Like, Wow, you have a mole on your hand. It looks so pretty. Like, just an example, okay? So, something about your physical attribute, something about your looks, something about your voice, any mannerism of yours, something on those lines. Like, people suddenly start complimenting you, they start noticing something about you that even you may not have noticed in the first place. Okay? Another important sign that you have shifted into a new reality is that you are suddenly drawn to a particular color a lot. You're suddenly drawn to a particular aesthetic a lot. You're suddenly drawn to a particular dressing sense a lot. Like suddenly you just want to switch up your dressing style completely. Or suddenly you are a lot drawn to a particular color. You just feel like, oh, I need to get a yellow dress. I need to get a yellow this. I need to get a yellow heels. Suddenly you're just drawn to a yellow color a lot. Say, for example. So it's like suddenly you feel you're drawn to a particular sense of style, particular fashion sense, particular hairstyle, particular XYZ, aesthetics, not only with your own dressing sense, but also with like your room, your house. Suddenly you are drawn to a particular color combination, aesthetics. You feel like you have to change the kind of curtains you use. You feel the sense that, okay, I need to change the kind of bed sheets I use. I need to get a different color. I need to design my house in a certain way. I want to have these kind of color combinations inside my room. XYZ, things like that. Another sign that you have shifted into a new reality is that you suddenly feel like you need to switch up the kind of products you use, your hair care products, your skincare products, something like that. Okay, like it's like you suddenly feel the urge that you need to apply a different kind of lotion. You need to switch up the kind of body scrubs you use. You need to switch up the kind of perfume you're using, things like that. It's going to be very subtle, but it happens to me, I'll be honest. Like, I do have phases where I use a certain type of fragrance, and it's like when I am done with using that fragrance, it's literally like I've shifted into a new reality. I'm no longer drawn to that particular fragrance or that particular perfume. It happens to me. I mean, I don't know, but many a times I've noticed this. I suddenly get the urge of like, I'm almost like over with a particular type of product, with a particular type of hair care product, shampoo. It's like I'm done. I need a new one. So this is one of the subtle signs. Another sign that you have shifted into a new reality is your craving for a particular food goes away. Like, I'm going to say something, sharing a personal experience. I was a person who could not live without eating a pizza. I mean, I have to eat pizza all the time. And when I majorly shifted into my reality, when I made a big move in my life, when I made significant changes, when I was going through that phase in life, where I literally turned my life 180 degrees, I suddenly was like egged out by pizza. I would not like it at all. I'd be like, no, I don't want to eat this. Like, the mere thought of having a pizza would make me puke for some reason. I was so repelled by that particular craving. And I used to be a person who would get pizza every other day. I mean, for me, it was like I even learned making pizza from scratch. I was so obsessed over pizza. Anyone who knew me at that point in time, they knew it. They knew it. If they have to make me do something, bring me a pizza. But it was like I snapped out of that craving. It's like even the thought of having a pizza would give me like, no, I became, like I kind of became that way. And that happened to me when I made a very big move in my life. And even till date, I'm no longer attracted to pizza, to be honest. I mean, it's no longer a food that I just need once a month or once a week. No, I can go without it for months. I don't care. Like, honestly. So that's one of the sign. Suddenly your food preferences change, especially when something was a part of your daily routine and you no longer feel the urge to have it again in your life. Another sign, and I'm going to make this the last one for this video. Um, so, this sign is related to something like, you suddenly have the urge of starting a new hobby. Like out of nowhere, you feel so drawn to, like, why don't I go and join pottery classes? I want to learn pottery. I want to join baking classes. I want to join this. Like, suddenly you have this urge of feeding into your creativity. Suddenly you have this creative spark, and you're like, you know what? I'm going to go take cooking classes. I don't know. I have to do this. I just feel like I should get cooking classes. It's like suddenly your creative urge becomes bigger, and you're like, I have to learn a new skill. I need to get myself engaged in a new hobby. Suddenly you start liking badminton. You're like, you know what, I'm gonna go every day play badminton. I'm gonna go play golf. There is like a new creative spark within you. You feel drawn to a new activity, you feel drawn to a new hobby, and you're serious about it. It's not about, I'm not talking about those urges of like, you know what, I can also learn this. Not a random Tuesday emotion. I'm not talking about that. It's an urge, and you actually feel, and you actually go out there and take actions with this thing. So these are the signs that I wanted to talk about today, and these are something that comes from my own personal experience, which I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you liked it. Do let me know in the comments, and I'm gonna be back with another topic, another video. So please take good care of yourselves, and bye bye.